Every year, about hundreds and millions of peoples travel to the United States through land. And right now, the United States government is tired of it.
All right, thank you very much for that, Jackie. And as you said, the numbers are staggering. They get more staggering all the time. Sometimes it's best to just visualize this. We talk about 2,000, 4,000 on a given day and how eye-popping that is.
About 2,000 to 4,000 immigrants enter every day. Because of the number is booming, it is giving the United States government a headache. So now, the law that has been published is that all migrants to be arrested. My friend, if you are trying to cross the border from scratch, please, the good advice is to stop. Because if you try to be like, I will go, I will be lucky, I will do whatever because my brother or my sister has passed through, so I too will go. Brother, please step aside and stay at home, gather money and travel legally, because it's now very, very dangerous for the immigrants, the illegal immigrants in the United States and those at the border, because they are now either you will be taken to the custody or you will be arrested. So thank you very much. Let's go and watch the video, and a credit to Fox News for allowing us credit. A very big thanks to Fox News. So let's go and watch the video after that. Then we proceed. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that, Jackie. And as you said, the numbers are staggering. They get more staggering all the time. Sometimes it's best to just visualize this. We talk about 2,000, 4,000 on a given day and how eye-popping that is. But these are exponentially doubling and tripling and quadrupling in a matter of weeks. For example, on the far left of your screen, how things were looking in these aerial shots that we were always taking of Eagle Pass. That was on November 28th, so shortly after Thanksgiving. Now, we'll go a couple of weeks later on December 12th. The crowds are getting a little longer. The lines are getting a little bit more hard to handle. The processing gets to be a lot more complicated. And of course, today, these record numbers that we're talking about, when you are now in excess of, well, records and numbers we have not seen before. The fallout from all of that with Lieutenant Chris Olivares, the Department of Public Safety in Texas. Chris, you and I have talked about this before, but I imagine today's numbers, you might want to write them down in pencil.
Absolutely, Neil. Of course, the numbers that we're experiencing right now, at least in the last couple of days, just speaking with Border Patrol agents, this is by far the worst they have ever experienced in terms of illegal border crossings, especially here in Eagle Pass, Texas. Just this morning alone, there were 5,000 currently in Eagle Pass, with another 5,000 that were being held in processing centers. Right now, those centers are at capacity. Border Patrol agents don't have the capacity or the manpower to not only take care of the current situation that's happening here in Eagle Pass, but also the situation that's happening outside of that. The gotaways, the illegal activity that's taking place along the border. All the agents right now are deployed to this current area, and we're supplementing that with our state troopers, with National Guard soldiers. Yeah. But as you can see, Neil, and talking about those numbers, this is by far the worst that we have ever experienced along the border. And when you hear some of those comments about as far as that what we're doing right now, what Texas is doing is inhumane, that it's extreme. The only thing extreme right now is these failed border policies that continues to encourage illegal immigration between ports of entry, that puts the lives of illegal immigrants in danger by crossing a dangerous river with children, and also placing their lives in the hands of smugglers. Right now, the federal government has no solutions to this current situation. They refuse to acknowledge that there's a crisis at the border, and we're having to step in and take on that responsibility by taking historic action, as you mentioned, by signing this new law into place, which Governor Abbott signed yesterday.
You know what's staggering about it is a little more than a week ago, we were averaging about 2,000 illegal crossings per day. Suddenly on Monday, things doubled, and then it got exponentially larger to this number that we're at today of about 12,600. What happened, Lieutenant? What triggered that?
Well, there could be numerous things that are happening right now. The fact that, historically, the month of December, we usually see a decrease in apprehensions along the border, but this is not the case right now. And I've mentioned it many times. This is not your ordinary border situation. I think we're beyond it being chaos or beyond it being a worse situation. This is a very dire situation along the border. And a lot has to take place in what's happening in Mexico.